Hi there, welcome to our weekend book review. And weekends are a little bit crazy because you may know I have 4 children, so we'll see how we get on. And today it's interesting, it's a bit of non-fiction for a change, and it's this beautiful book by Karina Melvin called Artful Eating. And it's just fascinating. As someone who needs to lose weight, it was particularly interesting. It's really a beautiful book. I mean, it's beautiful to look at and read. It's been incredibly well photographed and incredibly beautifully put together. So, I mean, it's a very, and that's kind of the whole purpose of the book, really. That's part of the philosophy, is that actually, you know, we should be surrounded by beautiful things. We should eat food that's delicious and lovely and looks good. But so much more than that. So it's in several sections. I'll try and show you a few. So it talks a lot about body awareness and becoming more comfortable in our own skin and all those sorts of things that I think are really useful. And as someone with a mental health background, I also think that's really important. Then it has a kind of a short challenge, so just a 48-hour challenge. And it also talks about things that most books like this don't bother with, which is things like, you know, clearing out your cupboards and kind of mentally getting yourself in a certain space ready for something, and helping yourself to, you know, to meet a challenge rather than leaving lots of self-sabotaging, which is often happens. It talks a lot about the kind of importance of thinking in eating, how often we don't eat for nutrition, we eat for comfort or other emotional reasons. And it gives you some ideas for sort of daily rituals, daily things to do. And then not quite at the end, just before the end, it gives you, I'm trying to find the page. So then it goes and gives you a plan. So it gives you, this is what you buy at the shops for the week, and this is then what I'm trying to find one of the beautiful pictures, and this is then what you're going to make, and this is what you're going to eat. And it actually really lays it out incredibly simply. As a vegetarian, it was lovely to find it to be mostly vegetarian. I'm trying to think. There are a couple of meat dishes, but they were easy to swap. I didn't feel that it didn't suit me. Quite the opposite, actually. I was very, very happy with all of the suggestions I thought were useful. It's also not, you know, it's real cooking, if you know what I mean. It's proper food. It's not too many rye crackers. It's proper feeding. And then at the very, very end, so that's kind of the pinnacle, I would say, of the book. But it does have a really nice section at the end, which I liked, which was just about how you take that forward from, you know, we can all get very enthused about a new idea, and you read the book and you do everything it says, and it lasts for however long, you know, you do it for a week or 2 weeks or a month. But this book actually took the time to try and help us with the longer term plan, and actually, you know, what do you do at the end of that phase? And what do you do perhaps when the energy wanes a bit or the motivation wanes a bit? And so there's a bit at the end about actually how are you gonna sustain this, how are you gonna keep this going, and some really practical ideas for how you're going to do that. And as I say, as someone who's worked in this field for a very long time, not necessarily in terms of dieting, but in terms of the psychology of all of those aspects, it's quite refreshing to have someone who isn't just in it for the kind of quick fix, who isn't giving you something that will you know, last for a couple of weeks and then you'll go back to your old habits. That may happen, and obviously all of us are responsible for our own behaviour, but I did feel that this book gave a lot more tangible things to do to prevent that, to make this a genuinely a life change and a real motivation to do things differently. I thought it was beautiful. I mean, the photography is beautiful, and the pictures are beautiful. You know, as I say, it's the sort of book you would happily just look at anyway, and that helps because it's a book that, you know, you might want to go back to many times. And the recipes are, as I say, all very doable, all very sensible. They're all good, nutritious eating. It's not one of these suggestions of excluding lots of things and you know, never feeling full and all that business. So it's a lovely practical book. It's written, I think, by someone with a soul, which is always nice in these things, and it's slightly deeper than a lot of books around weight loss. So for me, it ticked lots of boxes. The challenge now, of course, is to actually do it in amongst all the other things of life. But I was very impressed with it. I thought it was a really it was challenging in the right ways. And I'll just show you again because it's rather lovely. It's called Artful Eating: The Psychology of Weight Loss and Lasting Weight Loss, and I think that's the important bit. So yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think that if you're in a place where that's the type of book you're looking at, there aren't any quick fixes. You need to be looking at something like this that's a bit more longevity to it.